Greetings, everyone. Hope all of you are having an absolutely fantastic day. Let's get back into more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm going to be honest, not having all that great of a time going through the beta right now. There is a bug that a lot of people are experiencing where sometimes you cannot talk to a person you really need to talk to, and it's popping up a lot. And it can be very difficult, if not impossible, to figure out how to get around it. I almost couldn't talk to Queen Galfrey, and therefore wouldn't have been able to continue my playthrough at all. I have been blocked out of both the Azada and the Lich Mythic Paths. This is in the playthrough that I'm doing to get back to the point where I can start doing builds again, and so that I have a complete understanding of everything that is in the new game. So it's just a lot of stuff that is not cool. When I couldn't talk to Queen Galfrey, the only way I could get around it was to go back and do the entire Grey Garrison all over again. And then I guess it probably reset whatever needs to reset, and I was able to do it. Just all extremely frustrating. Ah, a human face at last. And there I thought that I'd be gazing upon the twisted visages of these troglodytes for the rest of my life. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several heel cuts and bruises, and twisted in an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwerm. Yes, that Gwerm. You no doubt have heard of me if you spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city then. You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabras. I may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spent their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Gwerm Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you know. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gwerm to thank for that. How did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus's eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when the accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from this very settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of the Mongrels, even though they saved your life. Pah! Kind words for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Horgus Gwerm speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words, but with hard coin. I gave the Mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handler's worth more than their whole village. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I am determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in the village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior, just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city, and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabras elite. Diplomacy, 2,000 gold. Yes, usually I fail that. Awesome. Horgus's eyes is piercing. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well, make it 2,000. Money first. I would gladly pay in advance, but all my wealth is up on the surface. Fear not, the word of a Gwerm is worth more than platinum. Ask anyone. Horgus Gwerm has never reneged on a deal. Deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. All right. Excellent. So yeah,
Wherever my legs carry me.
locked out of Azada, locked out of Lich. Luckily, Demon is automatic, so I'm not concerned about being locked out of the path. I'm just concerned that we're gonna need to talk to a certain person to just get through the freaking story, and it's gonna bug out. Equally concerning, a lot of my saves have become corrupted, where if I quit the game and then try to go back into it, I get a Java error when trying to open up some of my saves. And so there's definitely been a couple of times where I've had to replay certain sequences just because the save that I have wouldn't load. So I don't want to have to wait for a hot fix because I don't want you all to have to wait to see the new content. So we'll see how it goes. This tragedy may not have happened if you spent less time surveilling honest citizens and more time tracking the real spies and demon worshippers. Brilliant idea. How come I didn't think of it? Now, if only the cultists would tell us they were cultists, then we wouldn't have to waste time investigating honest citizens who decide to go all cloak and dagger right under our noses. Horgus and Anivia sit some distance apart, sniping at one another in an idle fashion that testifies to their long acquaintance and mutual dislike. When they notice you, they quickly fall silent. What's the bad blood between you two about? It's an old matter. Mrs. Terabade here had the notion of spying on me, then of rummaging through my goods. I ask you, do I look like a cultist? Cultists don't tend to look like cultists, you know. That's kind of the whole problem. And you, Mr. Gwerm, built a whole secret operation of buying and smuggling into the city. What was it? Oh yeah, magical weapons. How was I supposed to know that all the rigmarole with middlemen was so you could anonymously donate supplies to the Crusade? Don't you see? I have a reputation to uphold, one that I value most highly. Horgus Gwerm is a hard-nosed businessman, not a good fairy from a tale. Yes, I care about my city. Yes, I wish to see that its defenders, my defenders, were well-fed, healthy, and well-armed. But to make those donations openly was unthinkable. I might as well hang a sign outside my door welcoming in every sponger, leech, and parasite in the city. I appreciate your help for the Crusade. No jokes, you're an all-right bloke. But carrying on secret dealings in a city that's teeming with cultists is a huge pain in the backside for us lot whose job it is to keep an eye on that sort of thing. Anivia, how's the leg? The girl scrunches up her nose. Well, it hasn't fallen off yet, so that's good. They've bandaged me up all nice and smeared some stinking stuff on the wound so it looks like I'm gonna live. They said wait a day and I'll be right as rain. So I'm waiting. What do you think is happening in the city now? Perhaps the city is no more. If Deskari himself appeared, there's no telling how bad things are. Can you hold off on writing our obituaries just yet? The city's full of fighters, and besides that, it's barely a stone's throw from Neuroscience. I think our people will hold on long enough for reinforcements to come from the Queen. This ain't Deskari's home turf. He's going to have to retreat, or else fight out the whole Mendevian army. What do you think of the Mongrels? I thought they were just a story. The sort of things drunks in the taverns will come out with. Now I discover that it's true. Well, what could I possibly think of them? The poor creatures are most unfortunate, with their faces and their minds so deformed. It's a miracle they're even alive. The part that boggles my mind is that they're the descendants of the first Crusaders. All these years they've been living beneath our feet, in caves, in the dirt. If I'd known the legends about them were true, I'd have dedicated my life to getting them out of this place. To what end? The people of Canabras would have stoned them on sight, and Prelate Holron would have tossed them on the pyre en masse. Whatever the ills of this place, it is their home. How long do you think they would have survived on the surface? What are you going to do when you get back to the surface? I'm going to go home. Last I knew, I owned a very fine mansion. I shall see if it's still standing, or if I am now homeless. I'm going to find Erebeth. She's my wife and the leader of the Eagle Watch. As long as she lives, she won't allow Canabras to fall. We have to go. Go on then, and don't dilly-dally. The sooner we get out of here, the likelier we are to find some people still alive up there. Take care of yourself. Okay. I do not like all of us being in a straight line. Definitely going to change that formation soon. Oops. Like that. There we go.
This way.
All right. Now. I do have a two-headed sword for you. Go ahead and use that. Actually, no. Oh no, that's one-handed. That means, oh, you know what? No, I can buy one. Padded armor, nobody needs that. You can take this and this for now. Oh wait, no, not that. You can take that. Actually, no. The braces are probably a little bit better for him right now. Who's coming with me? Windowog, you're coming with me. You'll take that. There we go. All right, and here's an example. Wow, we're starting off early, I see. So I should be able to click on Dira so that I can sell my gear and get some new gear. Not available. Not available. What triggered it? Have no idea. Have no idea if coming back in and if going out and coming back in or reloading a previous save will work. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Chief Saul, I can't click on him again either.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I mean, I've already submitted the bugs for not being able to do this with Azada and Lich, so by now they know. Plus, there have been other people that have reported the same thing, so this ain't new unique. That's why I'm not bothering to submit something now. Okay, that kind of sucks because that means I can't get a two-handed sword for Seela, but we're gonna move on without it. What do I not need from here? I don't need a specialized religion. Somebody else could do that. Get a rage power. Lethal stance. We'll start with that. Excellent. Paladin. You definitely want persuasion. Definitely world. Mobility does not make any sense for you though. Oh, that's right. No, perception. So persuasion, perception, world. Yep. Okay. You. Trickery and stealth. Yep. I do not like ice plant for you. Yeah, slumber is much more useful right now. You. Yeah, you know what? I do want to respect you. Wait, no, it doesn't matter. I'm not taking you with me anyway. Why am I leveling you up? Here we go. You. I'm going to leave you at fighter this time. See if maybe the devs have the right idea. Oh, so you get Lord Nature. I forgot about that. All right. This is interesting, but I actually don't want this. She gets a bonus to it from Hunter. But what I really need is for her to have athletics. Crap. Oh wait, no. In this particular build, Asmodeus gets athletics, so that's fine. We need somebody who has mobility. And we can get somebody else who has mobility. This is fine. You can keep that. All right, now this. They have you taking deadly aim first. So you get point blank shot, And precise shot on level 1. Those are good. Then next they have you taking deadly aim. Or I could go into weapon focus, do longbow. +1 attack rolls. You know what? I hate it when they miss. We're going to go with longbow first. There we go. Do you even have a longbow? This is an excellent question. Yes, you do. But you don't have a composite longbow, so we need to work on that. All right. This will have to do. It's time. We're heading out now. Land won't get in our way. Windowalk breathes in deeply through her nose, her eyes narrowing in concentration, like she's trying to taste the air, to detect even the faintest sense. Finally, she gives an approving nod. It's time to what? To get out of here. I'm keeping my word. Windowalk looks around. It's quiet now. The village is settled down. I know the shortest route to the maze. We'll take a boat. No one will see us. Are we still going to save the missing mongrels? Windowalk frowns. What? Oh, them. They're probably dead already, but if we meet anyone on the way, we won't just walk on by. At the end of the day, they are of the tribe. Were you watching me sleep or something? Windowalk snorts and turns away. You think I like looking at uplanders? I've got better things to do. Don't think you're special. Land won't get in our way. Where is he? On the way to his death, if he decided to go it alone. Or maybe he's in a hole somewhere, crying about how lonely he is. I don't care either way. Oh, cool. So they remind you about your decisions based upon the dialogue. That's interesting. Are we just going to leave Horgus and Anivia here? Killing you all out at once will be difficult. We'll let the injured woman recover. Do you think I'd like knowing there are uplanders sitting in our village? But trying to drag an injured person through the maze would be suicide. And don't even get me started on the other one. He's not going to get off his backside unless we send a litter to carry him. Are you sure the maze is the only way to the surface? Windowalk hisses in irritation. Do I look like someone who doesn't know what she's talking about? Yes, I'm sure. There might be other ways, but not anywhere near here. I've never made it all the way through the maze, but every time I smell the change in the air. Anyone who can has no business being in there. They're as good as dead. If you don't believe me, you can wait for another guide to show up. But no one, apart from me, will get you where you need to go. Let's go. It's time to get out of here. Windowalk nods. Right. And another thing. You could have chosen not to listen to me, but you did. That means you have a real strength in you. A strong person can take the truth, even if they don't like it. And the truth was on my side. I want to say, Windowalk averts her eyes. Thank you. You saved the tribe from a stupid mistake. They're alive now because of you. Now let's go to the boats. We'll get there fastest by water. Oh, crap. I forgot to set up spells after resting. Oh, she doesn't have any. She does, but it's only one slot. Oh, okay, no big deal. All right, let's get going.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards.
Backwards. Oh, that's right. It's by boat. All right. Actually, now that I think about it, my guy is supposed to wear armor, right? Just up to medium. Let me put some armor on you, dude. Yeah, fine. That's all we got, though. Alright. Might as well give you this. You'll probably need it at some point. Well, let's go. We need to crawl through this crack in the doorway and then we're in. Trust me, I've done this plenty of times.
Trail me.
There. Like I said, at some point we will back to turn-based, but for now, I want to get through this as quickly as possible, so that's why we're keeping it like this.
I'll rip you apart. Blood.
Oh, then I forgot to turn. I forgot to turn off turn-based from the previous playthrough that I was doing. Oh well. Excellent. And how about you? And that'll work. Let's do this. Don't need to have on that. And pull down that. And charge. There we go. Excellent.
The inheritor.
Oh, come on.
My blade.
Slice.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right.
I am helpful, am I not?
That. Excellent. Looks like definitely his build should be viable for. Oh, I already got this. Cool. His build should be viable for the first couple of levels until we can switch over to beast mode.
What's in wait for
I
you there,
found.
Highlander?
So now they have a lot more of these traps where you have to go to something else in order to actually pick it up. You can't just go directly to the trap.
I hope you appreciate
There we go.
this.
Whoops. Poor sap. All right. Let's go into options. There we go. Again, just because I feel like we want to get out of this, of Act 1 ASAP. So we'll do real time to help us do that. And then once that's finished, we'll go ahead and turn it back to real time. Ooh. Right, so now they've added enemies in places where originally there weren't any.
What's that thing?
Keep everybody on their toes.
World in crimson.
No, won't see the Black Dog. Actually, it doesn't matter because she's got that shield and longsword, so she's not at her very best right now anyway. Oh, actually, now I got a glaive,
I'm
right?
not mad enough to do it.
I'm not mad enough to do it. That's cool. Here we are. Didn't I pick up a glaive? I thought I saw that. No? Oh, here we go. There we go. You can take off that as well. Get rid of that. All right, you're good. Take out that. There we go. All right. Who's in
No
here?
secrets can escape my prying gaze.
So I think they're over here.
I crave your commands. You'll make a fine trophy.
Excellent. Windowog looks at the Mongrel's corpse, her lip curling, and then turns away. Well, are we going or what? There aren't that many Mongrels. We must all know each other, right? Who was that? Windowog shrugs. Some unlucky fools who thought the Shield Maze was a good place to go for a stroll. The maze drove them insane, if they weren't insane to begin with, that is. Windowog pauses, choosing her words. But this is the first time I've been attacked by people I know in here. Lost friends of mine would sometimes reappear, like that. They didn't recognize anyone anymore. Trying to talk to them was a waste of time. Ending their suffering was the only option. She snorts derisively, but it seems forced. Weaklings. Serves them right. You never told me this maze of yours was crawling with cultists. I didn't because there weren't any. Looks like they got here the same way you did. They fell from the surface. Perception check passed. The maze doesn't look like the mysterious place you made it out to be. It looks more like a cultist den to me, and a well-established one at that. The maze has always been full of traps and subterranean monsters, and now it's got cultists as well. What does it matter to you? Windowalk studies you with narrowed eyes. I promised to lead you to the surface, and that's what I'm doing. You do not belong here. Let's go. She turns away.
I am helpful, am I not?
The bloodstains still mar the ground. Around them are comfortable benches with pillows. Someone clearly enjoyed watching others suffer. Yikes. Is there anything back over there before? Nope. Wait. Why I think like some... Oh, that was just that. Okay, cool. Alright. Start over here. What is this door? That's where I continue to, but might as well start a little bit here.
Only you deserve my obedience. I'll tear your throat out. I'm done with you.
Excellent. I think
Am I not?
they made this beginning section a little bit easier than it was before. Some of those guys came off a little bit more as damage sponges, in my opinion. Could be that also that I am better at the game than I was before, so that might also be the reason why I feel like I'm having more success. But it definitely feels better than it once did. In comparison to... Oh, wait. My guy uses medium armor, right? I think. Yeah, he does. 6. There we go. Get you some protection, buddy. In comparison to the Crusade system, which I do not feel like, at least in the beginning section that I'm in right now, is balanced properly. Ironic, since I mentioned before that I felt like it was too easy. Now I feel like they're kind of going on the other side, but I'll make a video talking about that. It does look promising, though. It does look like, you know, they're definitely putting some effort into it and just not throwing it in there.
I hope you appreciate
Successfully
this.
disarmed. Awesome. There's a trap right here, right? Nope. This isn't the one? Okay. Oh, there was a trap, but now it's one where the switch for it is in this other room. So I disabled that switch, so therefore I don't have to deal with it. I was like, hold on, I'm not crazy. Oh, and this is the underwater section, okay. Let's go deal with this.
What's that there? I'll prove I'm the best.
Do not fear! Do not waver!
Excellent. Yeah, I feel like, especially in these early sections, melee is king. So having two characters with solid strength, big boom. Right, so they took out the people who used to be right here, switch it up on you a little bit, keep you on your toes, and instead There's a guy right at the end over here.
Where do you want me?
Right.
No match for me.
Are the light. They
He's a little
are
tougher.
the darkness.
Right. Took a little bit more to go down. But he goes down all the same. Excellent. On his body. There's that same dude as usual. Over this way.
I crave your commands.
They will break against our resolve.
Oof. Not good.
Just sit here.
Eesh. All right. This. What's that?
I am helpful. Am
Am
I
I
not?
not? Excellent. Excellent. Okay.
Rely on me.
So.
I heed the
You
voice
got
of the
healing,
spirits.
right?
Matritium Turinos. Matritium Turinos.
Excellent. And I forgot. You should be using that. Forgot about that. Okay.
Only you deserve my... I'll bathe in your blood.
I was about to say, Window Hog. What's up with the... Why should you all of a sudden stop shooting?
I spy? What do I spy?
Alright.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
I am yours to command. You'll make a fine trophy.
Ooh. How was there an attack of opportunity? That was weird. Picked up one. There we go.
This way.
This door has got a strong lock on it. You'll break every lockpick you have and it still won't budge. Believe me, I've tried. That was before I found the key to it and took a few valuables for myself. Ha! Take a look inside. You might find something you could use. Right.
I hope you appreciate it.
I think there's some unique
secrets
armor in
can
here
escape
somewhere,
my
right?
pride.
And I think actually, I think about the unique armor is medium, so it actually helps me this time. I almost always ignore it. I think this is the first time I've played someone who uses medium armor in this game. As far as the character that I created. I know Soseo depends on it. I always love the look of this, so it always pains me that I wasn't actually using it. So this is actually pretty cool. Oh, since it is unique here, you can see. Oh, when I identify it, I'll make sure I check back so you can see what it actually does. I think it basically gives you a bonus when you're facing undead, if I remember correctly. All right. This fight is usually a pain. Let's see how it is this time. Go. Okay. You can use this. She can use it, but she doesn't have to use a magic device, though. Can't be used by this character. But this can. Alright. Oh, wait. Don't we also get some sort of protection from ice potion or something like that? She already has Shield Faith. Potion of Enlarged Person. We'll take it. Actually, both of them will take it. Endurance. An Enlarged Person. There we go. And then Bless. And hopefully that should be enough. Use. Alright. And then Shield Head. Cast Bless. Alright. Hopefully we should be prepared.
I spy.
No reason
What
to
do I
pause.
spy?
I'll prove I am a
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Promising start. Wow. That was not promising at all, though. She should not be using this. She absolutely should be using these two, though. And there we go. Excellent.
All I see is blackness.
What's on your mind? I wonder.
All right. Not too bad.
I found something.
I know that was all probably overkill, but I really, really hate that fight.
Wherever my legs carry me.
Really, really hate it. So I OD it to ensure that I have zero issues. Where am I going? I'm up here. This goes here. Confused. Right, there's the underwater section. Oh, here we go. That's the problem. Alright, first we'll start here.
Well,
Now you can go back to use the slumber.
Let's shred them.
They'll beg me to stop.
Excellent. Come on, girl. You standing right behind him. His whole backside to you. How do you miss that? What is going on? There we go. I did not want to use her Smite Chaos yet.
Forwards? No, backwards. Backwards.
There's one other really, really tough, awful fight that I can't stand. And I
No
believe
secrets
it's
can
against a
escape
chaotic
my
creature,
prying
so
gaze.
I want her Smite Chaos available for that.
I am helpful, am I not?
I spy. What do I spy?
I am helpful, am I not?
Trail me.
Take that. Take that. So now in the basement, for those of you who have played the beta before, instead of just one monitor lizard in the
wait for
cave,
more,
they
I
give you
wonder?
two. And to me, that fight was already a pain even when there was just one of those freaks, but now with two, it is super annoying. So I'm gonna try to buff ourselves some.
Where do you want
Put
me?
ourselves in a position to be able to
Tear
deal with
your
that
throat out.
smoothly. Give yourself all the favor you like. Excellent. Whew. Everybody saving against Chameleon.
Why
Like,
am I so weak?
Shall we move? We shall move.
how dare you try to hex us? You are not Ember. I don't think I've seen a person fall down yet. Ritual pool filled with fresh blood.
This way. No secrets can escape my prying
You
gaze.
I'll watch
deserve
your
my
back.
obedience.
The spirits guide me. I hope you appreciate this.
Let's see.
I crave your commands. I'll rip you apart!
Carve my name onto your flesh.
Excellent. Save once again. Excellent. Okay. The bodies of the maze builders lie where they were caught by the earth elementals enraged by the earthquake. The builders' tools lie scattered next to their bodies.
Wherever
All right.
my legs carry me.
Here we go. Round 2. So definitely want to be at full strength. What's this? Dexterity. You can take that. What's this? Enlarge person. Don't need that. Reduce person. You can take that. Enlarge person. You'll take that. Enlarge person. You'll take that. And actually, you'll take a shield of faith. Let's not completely overdo it. We don't need it on both of you. All right. Use. Blessing. Oop. Use. Oh, and you actually can seal a nice boost.
Open your heart to me.
Boom. Okay. Let's make the magic happen. Let me confirm. You are chaotic, right? No, they're neutral. So, smite chaos, no effect.
I'll prove I'm the best. No match for me.
I see blood.
Kill is for you.
Ooh. You have no idea how painful that battle was last time. A large, aggressive creature was kept in this cage. Judging by the bent bars, that creature is now loose. Ah, nothing beats proper preparation.
I am helpful, am I not?
Excellent.
Forwards.
Very, very nice.
Backwards.
I am yours to command.
Let's shred them. I spy. What do I spy?
What do I spy? Who that statue has a check on it, doesn't it? I think I missed that.
I am helpful, am I not?
Ooh, okay. Sealas gets a nice. Ooh. I already hit it.
I see something over there.
I hope you appreciate this.
Trail me.
You need me. Good.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Ooh, finally Camellia does it correctly. Look at that. And just in time, too. Those guys are no joke. Very, very nice job. Oh, crap. I forgot about this. I never remember. What is it? Nope. Ha! There we go. I was like, it's somewhere in that range of, of options.
I am helpful, am I not?
Seela peers closely at the sword, which seems utterly unexceptional to you. Wait, this is... No, it can't be. Her eyes light up. I know that hilt. Radiance, the sword of the great Yaniel. That's what this is, but it's meant to be in the Tower of Estrad with all the other relics. That's what I heard, at least. Well, of course this rusted piece of metal must be the very same sword. Camellia rolls her eyes. I think you merely wish that this were the illustrious sword of legend. You don't get it. I've seen this sword 100 times in paintings and in the hands of Yaniel's statue. I even thought of going to the Estrad Museum to see the real thing in person. How did it get here? What's so special about it? Seela frowns. Now? Nothing, I guess. But this sword was legendary in its day. People say that when Yaniel had it, the blade would glow, striking demons left and right. Soldiers would see Radiance's light from afar and take heart, rushing into the fray and winning. But I don't know what's wrong with it now or how to restore its power. All I can sense is that they made a mockery of it. You're empathizing with an object? Extraordinary. Are all paladins so tender-hearted and sensitive? Sensitive in a way, yes. We're highly attuned to evil and everything wrought by demons. Radiance was in evil hands, and as a paladin, I can tell you they did nothing good to it. Who is Yaniel? No. You've never heard of Yaniel? She's famous all over Golarion. She was a great woman. She was born in Mendev, and when the Crusade started, she couldn't just sit idly by. She dedicated her life to the Crusade. People say she was audacious and spirited. She was always the first into battle. She never sacrificed other people's lives for a tactical advantage. That's how she was been remembered, as an incredible warrior who seemed ablaze with righteous fury. In all the images of her, she looks capable of driving all the demons back to the abyss single-handedly. But then something happened between her and her commanders. Maybe they envied her. Maybe there was more to it than that. I don't know. But anyway, she went into the Worldwound without her fellow soldiers, and she didn't just survive the mission. She even brought back Crusaders who she rescued in there. Can you imagine? She died as she lived, with pride. She was one of the people defending Dresden to the very end. That's where she perished. Don't take this the wrong way, but I really hope that she died quickly, a hero's death, because if she didn't, that means she was taken prisoner and had to endure unspeakable horrors. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. You know a lot about Yaniel. Are you a fan of hers or something? I suppose you could say that. Seela chuckles. I've always felt an affinity with Yaniel. I know what it's like to not be what your commanders want you to be. Whenever I used to feel under pressure, I always thought of Yaniel. Maybe some people didn't like who she was, but to the people she pulled out of the Worldwound, she was perfect. And to the people she saved on the battlefield, she was incredible. And to those who keep her memory alive, she is a hero. That's what counts. How could a priceless relic end up down here? Yaniel disappeared, but by some miracle, Radiance was recovered from the battle. No one else has ever wielded it. It is Yaniel's blade and always will be. That's why it was put in the Tower of Estrad with the other Crusade relics. But now it turns out somebody stole it. See the last. I have this weird feeling like I'm rescuing a fellow warrior from a dungeon. We can't just abandon it, even if it's no use to us. It's no use to anyone down here. But what if it could be repaired? Let's keep going. It's weird that they just end the conversation like that.
What's in wait for me there, I wonder?
Okay. Oh, wait. Is there anything over here?
This way.
Only you deserve my obedience. I'll bathe in your blood.
Excellent. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They give you a lot more diamond dust now than they used to. But you know what? That's a suggestion I need to put in at a later point. But they probably already realized it. They'll give you 100 diamond dust, but it doesn't stack. So it'll all be listed separately in your inventory. Super weird, super annoying. This is the one with no. There we go. Hey, we are finally almost at the end of the maze, y'all.
I crave your commands.
The heartbeat quickens.
Yes, I know they have damage reduction. It's okay.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Go. Take all that. Anything else?
Forwards? No, backwards.
Win
Backwards.
this war.
You can trust me.
I'll prove I am the best.
I don't think we need a rest. I think we could just go ahead and do this. I didn't mean to have her do that. Let's just make sure you're topped off. Sure. Excellent. All right. We'll go ahead and wait for the next session to do this because there's actually a lot of dialogue in this final fight, so it's going to take a while to get through it. But I hope all of you enjoyed the play session today. If you did, please go ahead and leave me a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.